So I'll do my dessert for tonight and tomorrow, and then it'll be like, anyway. Okay, so chocolate cake. It is a sweet, moist cake filled with chocolate flavor. They word things so strangely. Okay, so it's a huge package, but it's a tiny little cake. So, again, they kind of have done false advertising here for it. So it's not that big a piece of cake. It's like that. So it's comparable to the brownie, except a little thicker, it looks like. Well, this one's kind of boring. I mean, it's alright, but it doesn't have much taste. I mean, you get the chocolatey, but honestly, if you're wanting chocolate cake, I would do the brownie. The fudge brownie thing. That's very good. And it's just like chocolate cake, and it has a little bit more stuff on the top, and it's a little, there's more to it. This is kind of a chocolate cake without any frosting. It's kind of like what people at the sad diet table in a birthday party would be eating. So it's alright, but I would honestly say like a 2 because you could do the brownie if you want chocolate cake. So if I want a chocolate cake, I would just get the brownie. Having stuffed apple pie. It is sweet apple pie filling in a tender crust with a cinnamon sugar topping. Excuse me, this is a frozen item. Jeez, that was hard to open. Oh, it's disappointingly small. But, you know, anyway. Nah, okay. So, you microwave it on a plate for 80 seconds. That's weird. They should just round it up to 1.5 minutes. Anyway, I'll go microwave it. Seconds later, the top is like kind of soft, gooey-ish feeling, but that's what it looks like on the inside. Tastes pretty good. It's alright. Not gonna order it again though, because it's only alright, and it's really small. It doesn't have much flavor. So the only good frozen desserts I'm honestly gonna say are the ice cream sandwich and the chocolate cupcake. Like, that's it for frozen, in my opinion. And this looked new, so I tried it, and like a 2. I mean, I'm gonna be able to finish it, but the end of week 5, and I am now 202.4. So I lost 1.2 pounds. So I'm at like 13.5 pounds lost so far from a month and a week. So pretty good. I'm combining the 2 dessert ones into this video and then doing the best and worst of the week, and then this will probably be the last video I post until after the wedding. So the wedding is going to be a week exactly from now, but I'm going to be in Wisconsin the whole time. Not the whole time, but a few days up until then, so I can't do any filming when I'm there because, you know, I won't be able to weigh myself on my own scale and stuff, so the numbers might be skewed. So anyways, I will make a note of what I weigh before I leave, and then make a note of what I weigh when I get back, and tell you guys how the wedding was and all that stuff. So there won't be a video for like, I don't know, over a week, week and a half or so, and then I'll just kind of tell you about that, and then they'll just be weekly videos with maybe a taste test or 2 thrown in, depending on the new things I get. But I won't be getting a huge haul of new stuff like I have been getting. Anyways, so best and worst items of this week. The best, there weren't any new breakfasts, so breakfast isn't on here. The best lunch was the hamburger. It was good. It would have been better with additions, like I said, like tomatoes and cheese and lettuce and stuff like that would be better. But by itself, it was pretty good. The bread was pretty good. The meat was pretty good. I would order a few of them, but I would mainly have those 3 melts I like the best. At this point, it'd probably be, because you get 10 items, so it'd probably be like 2 hamburgers and 8 melts, probably. So it's very good. And then the worst lunch was a melt, surprisingly enough. What? But that Italian sausage, Italian blah blah melt, the one that's Italian and Italian and Italian melt. I thought it'd be great, because I like Italian food, I like pasta, I like pizza, I like lasagna and stuff, but it was not very good. It was, random mush thrown into stuff, so, I wouldn't order that melt again, so, it's on the worst. And then the best dinner were the stuffed shells, but the container, you would have to put them on a plate. And it's okay, it's alright, but barely, barely best dinner. And then the worst dinner was the chicken enchilada. It, when I first tried it and did the video, I was like, oh, the rice is pretty good, and the stuff in the cheese is pretty good, but then as you continue to eat it, the rice kind of becomes a bland, weird mess, and the cheesy stuff, it's got a strange consistency to it. The enchilada itself has a strange consistency to it, so it was a strange meal I would never get again. So I wouldn't get any of the dinners I tried this week. I probably wouldn't get again, honestly. Like spaghetti and all that other stuff I tried, I probably wouldn't get them again. This whole week has been, dinners, you know. Okay, now desserts. The best dessert, dry good dessert, was the cheesecake flavored bar. Oh my gosh. When I tried it, I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. And then as you continue to eat it, it is so good. I think I still gave it 5 stars initially, but it is so good. It is surprisingly good. I mean, it does taste like cheesecake on a granola bar. I mean, it's amazing. I don't know, that one and the chocolatey pretzel bar, those are both really good 5-star desserts. If you're going to get a bar for dessert, I would suggest the cheesecake one or the chocolate pretzel one. All the other ones, don't bother with those, in my opinion. But an honorable mention for best dessert would be the chocolate cupcake. That's a frozen item, which made me very happy because the only frozen item I've consistently liked has been the ice cream sandwich. The orange cream bar is okay, but it doesn't give you the, I want something for chocolate for dessert, so it doesn't hit that, obviously. The fudgesicles and whatever, they're fudgesicles. The velvety cake bar, those velvety red velvet cake things are good, but they're so small, it's like, you don't feel fulfilled with the size. And then I tried the stuffed apple pie this week, and that was okay. And it was and it was small. So I am very happy that I found a frozen item that I like as much as I like ice cream sandwiches. Because now I can have something besides 10 ice cream sandwiches. I'll probably still have more, like I'll probably have 6 ice cream sandwiches and 4 chocolate cupcakes. Because those are very good. They're just really good. So I would recommend the chocolate cupcakes. They're good. Okay, now the worst dessert, it's kind of 2, again. The worst one as far as, I would never eat either one of these things again, and that's why I want to talk about both of them. First is the lemon crisps, those lemon herb crisps things. They don't satisfy anything in any measure. They're not sweet, really. They're overpoweringly lemon and like fake lemon in your face. And then you get the weird savory herby taste. And I wouldn't want savory with lemon. It's just a really weird combination. Really weird. I like how many you get, but if you don't like the taste of them, then it's just kind of like getting through a bag of them. So it's just not very good. It's not savory because there's too much sweet, and it's not sweet because there's too much savory, and too much stuff is happening. No. And the other one is the Thin Mint bar, which I looked on today and they were like discontinuing it or something, so maybe other people agree with me. It's not. It's overpoweringly minty. Like the first couple bites I took, I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. It's chocolatey and it's minty. And if it would have been a smaller bar, actually, it probably would have been better. But man, you get halfway through that bar and you were like, I think I just washed my mouth with mouthwash. It is so minty. And you get some chocolate, but it's just overpowering mint. The whole second half of the bar, I just kind of had to cram it in there and drink some Diet Coke to cover it, and it's just like, ugh. Now I would never order that again. So I'm glad they're discontinuing it maybe. So anyway, that was the best and worst of the week's food. And I'm not going to have another video on here for a while. I'm doing okay. Like I said, weight-wise, I've lost about 13 and a half pounds. So yeah, it's alright. As long as I keep going down each week, then I'm fine. But at the same time, that first initial Fast 5 week, you're like, oh my gosh, it's doing so good, look how amazing it is. And then when you lose a pound or a pound and a half each week after that, you don't get the momentum anymore, and now there's not very many new foods to try because I've tried them all. So you have to find other you have to keep up your momentum. You lost a pound this week. Okay, you're a pound lighter than you were last week. And like I've said before, if I lose a pound a week, then still at the end of a full year of being on Nutrisystem, you're going to lose 52 pounds. That's 5 or whatever dress sizes in a year. And yes, it's not fast, but it's okay that it's not fast, because then it's not, you know, tearing your body apart or whatever. The only other thing that concerns me, though, is that you're eating so much processed food on Nutrisystem. I mean, I'm going to keep doing it. Obviously, I'm not going to quit like I have all the other things. But it is a concern that there's so much processed food in this diet, and I don't know. Anyway, I love it though.